aggressive. So Norway awaiting the winner of tonight's match between Mexico and England, which, by the way, has been delayed by an hour if you're just joining us, but we aren't going anywhere. We're going to bring you everything all the way up to kick-off from Mexico City. So let's show you, first of all, what happened then in that game between Norway and Brazil earlier on. 10 minutes on the clock, Thierry. Penalty call. Thoughts?
No, clear penalty. Here you can see brings down Mateus Cunha. And then Bruno Guimaraes stopping, going, looking. But at the end of the day, it didn't matter because Dylan saved it. And so that wasn't the start that Brazil wanted. But then, once again, as you're going to see here, Vinicius Jr. having a go. And again, the same guy, Dylan stopping Brazil being 1-0 up. And then Hendrik came on, and exactly what we talked about before the game, they got the ball back, great assist from Vinicius Jr., but Hendrik just couldn't finish it. As you're gonna see here, the ball is gonna go wide, and it's still 0-0, and you can see that obviously he is disappointed. And then the big man himself comes on, and it's not going to be enough. Anyway, Zlatan.
Not enough, because this is a great opportunity from Schelderup, but was saved by Alisson. Then when we talk about before the game, you got to stop the crosses or the balls coming to Erling Haaland. But the cross is amazing from Schelderup, and look at this run from the striker, Haaland. He anticipates the run, and that is what he's best at. But Gabriel, watching that ball, my friend, this is basic. You defend the striker. You played against him so many times, you know he's going to anticipate you. Put your body in front of him, disturb him, block him. Because when the Viking comes, it's going to smash you and the ball. That's exactly what he did. Then we have in the 85 minutes, a heavy touch from
I thought that was in.
Defender. This was the own goal of the tournament, but that became a fantastic save. Look at that ponytail. I told you guys that power is in the hair. Then we have the 90-minute. Who shows up? Haaland. I'm 100% sure he took that shot because he was tired. Else he would have played that 1-2 and going from. But he shot, and look what happens. Between the legs, he makes it look so easy. And the best is celebration. He wanted to explode, but he was keeping his cool because all normal for him. He even sent a message to me there. I got you. Look at this duel. You don't need to do that. You're winning 2-0. Keep it cool. Just win the duel. But you give opportunity to Neymar to shoot a penalty. Don't know why he's smiling. Get the ball, go back. You're losing the game. And we have the celebration from Norway. And sad moment for Brazil. And we have what we have seen before, the rowing from Norway. Look how happy they are. I would like to be in that stadium and do that row, but this is even better.
Yeah, the reaction at the watch party in Oslo, where fans were in dreamland. Norway making the most of their first World Cup appearance since 1998. And what a performance it was, and what a performance it has been from Norway so far in this World Cup. But Erling Haaland, chaps, we have to talk about him. It was his 2 goals. Of course, Neelan, the goalkeeper, did brilliantly. 2 ponytails there, the strength in 2 ponytails, the power. But for Norway, and Messi, Mbappe and Haaland all now on 7 goals each, and 62 goals for Haaland in 54 caps. Zlatan, can he take them all the way?
Yeah, if he keeps doing what he's doing and keeping that rhythm, let's see who wins from Mexico or England. That will be the next game for Norway. And wherever Haaland came, he has these stats. Not only in the national team. When he played in Germany, when he in his existing club in City, the guy will score. There is no... And a good game from Haaland is this, scoring goals. He doesn't need to touch the ball. We have the stats also from touching the ball. Not so many, because you have different type and profiles when it comes to the striker. You have strikers that doesn't score, but they still had a good game. For Haaland, a good game is scoring goal. If he doesn't score a goal, he didn't do a good game. So this is who Haaland is.
Yeah, it's interesting as well with the Golden Boot race. I said they all have 7 goals, but Mbappe has 2 assists, which puts him at the top at the moment. Messi has done it in fewer minutes than Haaland, so he is second because they're going to have to divide them in some way. At this rate, they're all the same. And Haaland there in third, but still on the same number of goals. Let's talk about the game management from the Norwegian manager. I know you're a big fan of Andreas Schjelderup, who Ståle Solbakken put on in that second half and changed the game. How did he manage them to that win today, Thierry?
Oh, he managed them since the beginning. I remember people not agreeing the fact that he left his team on the bench against France. His focus was doing what they did today, the round before, and trying to go as far as they could. They qualified. So why do you want to go hard on the third game? They rested HAALAND. They go hard in what they're supposed to go hard, which is beating Brazil, and that's what they did. His management has been brilliant, but not only now. If you go back also to the group stage, I'm talking about the qualifiers, how they beat Italy. Like, they beat Italy so well, home and away, like it wasn't even a contest.
Yes.
And so you have to give him credit. And every time he changes something in the team, it works. And yes, we're talking about Messi. And yes, we're talking about Mbappe. And yes, we are talking about Erling Haaland. But football is a team sport. I'm sorry. Yes, I was a striker, and this big man by me was a striker. But we needed our team. Every now and then this guy didn't, every now and then I didn't also. But you don't score goals alone. Pass matters. You have that work ethic. I said to you, that team reminds me, you said Sweden, I said Bodo Glimt. Bodo Glimt, same country by the way, what a coincidence. Same story, virtually. But if you don't have a team playing the way that they're playing right now, from the goalkeeper to the kit man, going to the big man up front. And like I said, I've seen these guys scoring 9 goals in the under-29 World Cup. Under-20, sorry, World Cups. It's 9 goals. Who does that?
That's crazy.
People don't even do that in training.
But we want them to score. So
yes, yes.
We want the stars to score, but
it is a team effort. And that's a striker telling you that. I love that part of the game also. And those guys, you put the ball in the box for Erling Haaland. Well, it's the end of the game, because you remember what I said before the game. You can't defend Erling Haaland in the 6-yard box. You have to stop the path of the ball going to him. If not, you are dead.
And if you don't succeed to stop that ball, you gotta focus on the defender, striker, as a defender. So you gotta block him, disturb him, because he will do a move to anticipate. And when you're a ball watcher there and you just what? You're too late. You're too late.
If I can explain to people to relate, I love my basketball again. It's like when the center doesn't box out when the ball comes for the rebound. If you let the guy run at you, jump, he's going to dunk on your head. It's the same thing that happened. It might as well be a dunk. There's nothing you can do. Once you let a guy jump before you, as you know,
yes.
This guy, you know how big he is? And how strong he is? If you let him jump before you, then you might as well stop and go and get the ball in the back of the net.
It's all in the hair, Rebecca.
It's all in the
longer hair, the stronger you are.
You said it.
I had the same thing.
I didn't. It worked.
Hair from the nose, no?
Yeah, I did. I had to find ways to find a way. It worked.
Let's talk about Brazil. How disappointed. We talked pre-game about how much this guy loves Brazilian football, everything they stand for. Yes, we haven't really seen that this tournament, and actually we haven't seen that for a while, Zlatan. So how disappointed are you by them going out today, but also just the state of the national team in Brazil over the past few World Cups?
Listen, Brazil is haunted by the history for what I have done. Because every Brazilian team today, the individual players, they're haunted by the history. And the history, unfortunately, is very strong. That is, players that has been the best players in the world is best players in the history also. So the results they have to bring is to win at least the World Cup. And I said it before, Norway, they don't have this respect for this Brazil. They will not go out there and respect them and let them play. They're going to do their game. And we said it from the beginning, this is not the Brazil we are used to see. This is a different Brazil. And I don't know if we talked about them being favorite to win the World Cup. I don't believe we did that. We talked more about Carlo Ancelotti being a super manager, comes with a winning, how do you say, VC, that where he has
CV, yeah.
CV, sorry. and won a lot. Sorry, T.
It's okay.
They always look at me strange when I say something wrong.
VC, CV.
But thank you,
Resume.
Rebecca. You're the best.
The host.
And CV, the best CV that he has been winning everywhere he went. And that is what we have been talking about. But the team is not the same team as we are used to. So this is not a surprise for me, because since the first game, I don't think they convinced a lot of people that they would go all the way.
Disappointing day for Brazil for sure. Now, this World Cup produced, as we're talking about this extraordinary golden boot race, let's show it to you again. Kylian Mbappe, Lionel Messi, Erling Haaland, all on 7 goals. Harry Kane 2 behind, but he can add to his total tonight when England face Mexico at the Azteca. So let's have a look at those scenes then. Once again, after Norway's win over Brazil, normally it's Martin Odegaard with the drum. He gave it to Erling Haaland because of his 2 goals. And this was what happened after the game. Chaps, you loving this, weren't you?
Yeah, I was still thinking about the
mistake. I'm sorry, Carlo.
Did you get to get the job? Did you bring your VC?
She will after.
His second language. We're giving him grace. But these scenes, gentlemen,
that is outstanding, I have to say.
One of the images of the 2026 World Cup that no one will forget, and they have another chance, of course, because they will face either Mexico or England in Miami.
If England, if it's a massive go through, will you still enjoy the celebration?
We always will, Thierry.
Oh, that's a lie.
But you have the same color on your dress, that shirt.
So much happiness from Erling Haaland. So Norway then off to the quarterfinals. Let's have a look at the bracket. They're in the quarterfinals for the very first time. Next up, as I say, Miami. There you go. Either Mexico or England. Well, Katie Shanahan and Clarence Seedorf were in New York, New Jersey Stadium for Norway's massive win today over Brazil. Let's get their reaction.
What a moment for Norway. We've had the Viking Road behind us, Erling Haaland with the drums this time around. I mean, what an amazing, incredible talent Erling Haaland is, and what a special day for Norway.
Yeah, we can call him the sniper. He has been walking, fighting sometimes in some duels and stuff, but he knows, just give me the ball in the box. We said it before, when you have certain players, you need to feed them. And I have to say, the assist was really, really perfect. And Brazil spoiled so many of the chances they had. But when we look at this, coming behind the defender, that is his best qualities. And again, when we call them snipers, because you cannot see them. And then all of a sudden they appear, and how clinical was that? We haven't seen this much from him outside of the box. But maybe he can add some stuff to his repertoire now, because
exactly. I mean, what a shot!
There was a proper angle he found. Great victory. I mean, this team is showing their fans everything they have.
Yeah, and now Erling Haaland is level with Lionel Messi and Kylian Mbappe for that golden boot on 7 goals. I mean, do you think he's going to go and get it and do it for Norway?
Well, they are in, so he will have another chance to put some balls behind the net. And with this atmosphere that they're creating, because I was looking with you together here, there is such a strong energy, such a strong bond between them and the fans. So anything now can happen. I think the 2 next opponents are even manageable.
I mean, no one's leaving here for a very long time. There are so many Viking hats in front of us. I think they're going to be rowing all the way back to Times Square. But Brazil, we've got to talk about them. You know, there's going to be a lot of upset back in Brazil. Where did it go wrong for them? You know, the 5-time World Cup champions are out of the World Cup.
Well, I looked at Brazil since the first match, and I said they are not favorites. They are building towards something. It might come this World Cup, but I think for the next World Cup, Brazil will be much more ready. Ancelotti will have the time to continue to build. He came in pretty late, you know, and Brazil, honestly speaking, had so many chances to kill this game, and they didn't take it. So I have to say that the strategy of Ancelotti was spot on. Called him out in counter-attack. I mean, how many chances do we need? Penalty, everything. So if you don't